Hey, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm back with my another video. So today's video is going to be about Cisco Catalyst SD-WAN. So many of you already might be aware that Cisco has rebranded their SD-WAN solution to Cisco Catalyst SD-WAN from 20.12 release. So in this video, I'm going to make a short demo where I will be doing these controller integrations from scratch and will be onboarding these vEdges into the controller in 20.12 release. Okay, so Cisco has done some rebranding, such as the vManage become Cisco Catalyst Manager, the vSmart become Cisco Catalyst Controller, and the vBond become Cisco Catalyst Validator. So we will be doing these controller integrations and we are going to build this on EVE-NG. So you can see in my topology I have some WAN routers, then I have an edge router, and then here I have my vEdges sitting behind the WAN, and I will be onboarding them onto the controller. Okay, so now let's get started. So first of all, let me just access the vManage. Be using the default credentials, admin. I need to change the password. So I'll be designate this vManage node as a compute and data node. Yes, and I'll be designating 100 gig storage as a data store, and yes. So meanwhile it's just coming up. Let's configure the other controllers. Okay. That's another difference, means in Viptala we can use the default password as your own set password. However, in this solution you need to set a different password. Small difference. So we'll be setting the host name as vSmart. Site ID, as per my topology, this is going to be under site ID 100. So I'm going to give site ID 100. System IP, I'll be giving 10002, and I'll be assigning the vBond IP as 192.168.1.253. Time zone, very important. I'll be giving my time zone, and the organization name as per what I have in my license file, and we'll commit this config. Under VPN 0 I'll be using ETH0 interface. So I'm not using VPN 512 for management separately, so I'll be using VPN 0 for both management as well as for the control connections. 168.1.252. Tunnel interface. So, and I'll be putting one default route towards my edge router, so that the other WAN edge can reach. Like this as well. I should be able to reach my edge router. Good. Let's go to vBond. So as you guys already know that vBond is going to use the vEdge image, that's why we have vEdge. Set the host name as vBond and the same parameters. System IP 1003, site ID as 100, time zone, and since it's a vBond, so I'll be specifying it as local, and the same organization name. Now we'll move to the VPN 0, this gig interface 253 interface. I'll allow all the services. Solution will be IPsec and the default route towards the edge device. Done. I should be able to reach my vSmart, good, as well as my edge. Let's go back to vManage. Should be up now. Okay, I am in. Let's configure same set of parameters, giving system IP 10.01, site ID as 100, host name I'll set as vManage, organization name, time zone, and the vBond IP. Format VPN 0 8.1.251. Interface allows solve, and a default route here. Should be able to reach 252, which is my vSmart, as well as 253, which is vBond, and also my gateway. Looks good. So my vManage is initialized. However, I won't be able to access it if I go to vManage. It's still not able to connect because this Cisco Catalyst Manager is quite heavy virtual machine, I would say. So it requires at least 24 gigs of RAM and minimum 8 virtual CPUs. Okay, so I have assigned 24 gigs of RAM and 8 virtual CPUs. If I go to the details of my node, here you can see I have 24 gigs of RAM and 8 virtual CPUs assigned. So still it will take a while to come up, but below that it will be difficult. Your vManage might stuck. Okay, so you need to make sure that it should have at least this much of resources. Now post that I'll be having vEdges. vEdges are already configured with the same set of parameters. Let me just try to access those. I'll show you, show run system. You can see the same parameters has been configured. The only difference here is this is site ID 101. Okay, different site ID. If I go to show run VPN 0, I'm using OSPF as a routing protocol running with these two nodes, and I have two interfaces, gig 00, which is towards the MPLS link, and if I just put it aside, gig 01, which is towards this iNet link. Okay. If I try to reach my vBond, I'm able to reach because this routing I have already configured. So I have the connectivity from vEdge to the vBond. So let's see what's the status of the vManage. Still it's not up. It will take a while. So in meanwhile the vManage is coming up. I'll be just pausing this video and will be joined because it will take a while, and once it's back I'll connect back. Okay, so we are back. As you can see, our SD-WAN is up and it has named as Cisco Catalyst SD-WAN now. Okay, so let's try to log in. And just be ready with a whole new dashboard. So you can integrate your smart account for all your licensing purpose. I'm just doing skip for now. And boom, here you have the new Catalyst SD-WAN dashboard. I was pretty excited for it, not sure about you. So a couple of things which we need to do here. We'll go to menu, we'll go to administrator, and we'll go to settings. A couple of settings we need to do. So we'll set up the organization name. So remember, here we used to be like vBond IP, now it's validator. So we'll configure the validator IP. And now if you see controller certificate authorization, I'll go here. I'll set up an enterprise root certificate because I have my own CA set it up here. So I will be using this. So back, set the CSR parameters as well so that it will get the certificate generated. So I'll say test.com. Organization I'll be setting up as per my requirement. Say I'm in Delhi. This demo test.com India. So I need to add a certificate here, so I'll click on select file. Here you can see I have a root cert. File, select the root certificate and click on open. You can see my certificate has been imported, and now I'll go and click on import and save. Okay, that's done. That's about some basic settings which we need to make sure. We'll go to monitor, we'll go to devices, we'll see we have vManage. Go back to certificates. So vManage certificate is not installed, so I need to generate and install the certificate for it. So for this I'll go to configuration, certificate, I'll go to controllers. Here I'll click on generate CSR. Here I have the CSR. I'll copy this CSR, go to the Microsoft Certificate Authority server, request a certificate, paste my CSR there and submit. So I need to go back to my certificate server, let's access that. So here I have my certificate server. So I'll go to certificates, certificate authority. Here I must be getting the request in pending request. Yeah, it's the ID 8. Now I'll get an issue. Go back to the CA. And view certificate request, download it in base 64, it will be downloaded. And just copy this cert. So this is my certificate. I'll rename it as vManage. Let's go back to vManage and say install certificate. Select the file, but if you see here, I'll say all files and try to install this, I'll get an error. Only PEM files are allowed. This is the another difference, guys. Earlier in Viptela SD-WAN we were able to install directly the .cer certificate files. However, now it requires the PEM files. So no worries, we need to do the we need to convert this CER file into the PEM file. So let me just access my system. So I'll go to here I have this vmanage.cer, so I'll use OpenSSL x509 in vmanage.cer out. I'll say vmanage.pem. done. Provide OLS. I have vmanage.pem. Let's do this install certificate. Now again, let's select the PEM file, open and install. So let's wait for it to get installed. It's in progress. Fingers crossed. Okay, great. Success. So the certificate has been installed. Now if I go back to configuration, certificate, controllers, so my certificate is being installed. If I wanted to see the status, I'll go to the devices, controllers. Here I can see the certificate status is installed. Now my root cert is installed and the device cert is also installed. One thing which I need to do here is to enable our API so that it will sync the root cert with the device certs. Sorry, the root cert with the other controllers, with the vSmart as well as the vBond. So I'll use this API, the vmanage IP data service system device sync root cert chain. I'll just go to this API. And we'll see the sync root cert is done. So now let's add the vBond. vBond IP is 192.168.1.253. Username is admin, password admin. Okay. Generate CSR, I'll say no and add this. Okay, vBond I have added. I wanted to show you something. If I go to my vSmart, so just look at the host name of my CA. It's OT4B. so if I say show certificate root cert to OT4B, I don't have this root cert in my vSmart. Okay, now once I add this, just to verify my API is working, I'll add the vSmart 52, use DTLS and that with the default port. Now since the vSmart has been added, now if I go back and check the same, see, the certificate from this CA has been installed. That means my API is working and the root certificate which we have installed on vmanage, it got synchronized with the vSmart and vBond. Now the next step is we need to generate the certificate for vBond and vSmart. So let's go to the integration certificates, controllers. Let's go to the vBond first, generate CSR. Oops, it's this is your vBond. So I'll say generate CSR. Copy this. Go to the CA server. Request. Submit. See, ID is 9. Let me just go back to my CA server, refresh this. I have ID 9. Let's issue this. Now let's go back and download that in base 64. Once that is being downloaded, I'll go back to the vmanage. Again the same story, I need to convert .cer to the .pem file. Let me just access that. So this is my certificate which I rename it as vBond. and I'll go to my terminal. Same command, I'll use it for vsmart.cer to vsmart.pem. So I guess I have downloaded that in 64. Same. Sorry, wrong name. It's vBond. Okay, done. Now I have vbond.pem. Let's go to vmanage. Install certificate. Select vbond.pem and install. Let's wait for it to get installed. Finish it. Done. Success. Now let's do the same story with vSmart as well. This is the one. Generate CSR. Let's copy this. Let's go to CS server. This time ID is 10. Let's go to CS server. Issue. Let's download this. Done. Let's go to the. Let's copy this. Name it as vSmart. Let's convert this. Now I can use my last command, vSmart. Done. Now let's go to certificate, say install certificate, vSmart, and install. Should be done now. Okay, done. Great. Let's go back to devices, controllers. We have all three controllers. You can see their host names, their system IPs got synchronized. That means all three controllers are in cluster. Now let's go to monitor overview. I can see I have one validator, one controller, one manager. This means one vManage, one vSmart, and one vBond. So our all three controllers has been integrated. Okay. Now next step is I'm going to integrate the WAN edge. So for that I need the list of serial numbers. Go to devices, upload the WAN edge list. So here I have the serial.viptela file. I'll upload this. Send to controllers, that means synchronize between the controller this file. Upload. So it's been getting pushed. So this .viptela file has to be generated from software.cisco.com portal, where you should have a SmartNet account. You can add the virtual vEdge devices there and you can generate this. So now let's go back, devices. So you can see under WAN edge list I have list of serial numbers which got added, okay, which I can use to register my WAN edges. Now let me just go to certificate. You can see I have a chassis number and I have a serial number, the token. So I need to use these two for registering my WAN edge. Let's go to WAN edge. So the first requirement from a WAN edge perspective is that it should have the root certificate. Okay, if I do go to /home, sorry, I need to go to bash for that, leave it. So I already copied the root certificate to the admin directory. So I just go and say request root cert chain install from /home/admin root.ce. This certificate I have already copied. You can copy using WinSCP to the IP address of WAN edge and just copy into the admin directory, and that is successfully installed. So that's good. That's the first step. Second step, I'll use the command called request vEdge cloud, pretty much same as what we were having in the vEdge SD-WAN. No much changes here. Activate chassis number. Let's copy the first one. Let's paste this and give token. Let's copy this one. Paste this one. And you are good to go. That's all. Let's wait for it to generate and issue a certificate for this one. Where is that? Let's refresh it. You can see it started generating for BR101. The CSR is being generated for WAN edge. It's going to install the certificate as well. Let's wait for a while. Yep, done. If I look at the status, certificate installed. So my BR101 vManage has generated the certificate and install it into the vEdge. Let's go to vEdge CLI and see show control connections. It's not yet built. If you wanted to check the status of control connections, you can use the command show control connections history, and you can see it's using MPLS color for generating the certificate. It's taking a while. You will see if you get some error like these kind of errors, you can see the meaning of them, what exactly this means. So for me, I don't think I'll get any error. So I'll say show control connections. Yep, it's up. Now if I go to my dashboard, I'll be having the one WAN edge assigned. You see I'm yet to assign the license to it. So it requires the subscription. That I will do. So I have one BR101 integrated. Not yet completely synchronized. It will take a minute to get synchronized the other details. If I go to monitor configuration devices, you can see this one got generated. Devices in sync, and this is the code 12.2, and the reachability status is up. So I have onboarded the WAN edge. I have done the integration between the controllers. So I will be exploring further more options into this controller, such as if I show you, if I go to certificate, if I go to applications, you can see here you have this new options get added, where you can configure the certificate authority, which was not there at least on 19 release as far as I remember, but that got added. It was there, I guess they started from 20.11 code, this one. So we'll explore this option, we'll explore the other options as well on my upcoming videos. Okay, so in this video, let's keep it until this point, and I'll be meeting you up with my upcoming videos and new SD-WAN features, and we'll be exploring more new options with it. Okay, thanks for watching my YouTube video, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel.